The 11th commandment reads, "Thou shalt not ground loop." But apparently a lot of pilots haven't read the 11th commandment, because in one 6-month period, there were 3,716 reported ground loops in the 3 naval training commands. That's a ground loop, the most common accident in naval aviation, and the most unnecessary. In effecting a landing, the average pilot seems to be concerned only with getting the plane on the ground and thereafter to keep it on a straight line. If a ground loop results, he figures that some malevolent destiny over which he has no control has suddenly made itself manifest. However, superstition to the contrary, a ground loop is invariably caused by faulty ground control. And it's the purpose of this picture to demonstrate proper ground control under crosswind or other conditions that are conducive to ground looping. Outside of a certain deflation of ego, the damage to pilots and cadets is negligible. But the cost of this accident in the destruction of material and airplanes out of commission for repairs is staggering. After every ground loop, a plane suffers severe structural strain, often necessitating that it be stricken from the list. This graveyard is a rather vivid memorial to the kind of poor piloting that causes ground loops. The Navy defines a ground loop as being any loss of directional or lateral control while the plane is rolling along the ground. All of which means that a ship doesn't have to spin around, just chew up a wing. That's sufficient. Right now, we're going to investigate the forces that cause an airplane to ground loop. This is the conventional type landing gear. We often have to land a plane under conditions that make this type of landing gear unstable. And here's why. The center of gravity is behind and above the main landing gear. And any time the direction of motion